So, New York requires a license to sell hot dogs. And a license is auctioned off as at about, I think it was like something like $100,000. So there's a specific limit to how many hot dog salesmen there are in New York. Right. Except, what if someone had a twin brother, and the twin brother just got his ID, and they got two identical trucks, and they just used one of the licenses instead of two licenses, and they just put the trucks at different parts of New York. If that was the case, then you could significantly win a lot more money that way. But then again, you're only saving like about 100,000, right? So, and you're running two trucks, so it's kind of a risk, but it's not all that like profitable, right? It's kind of a risk, but it's not all that profitable. But what if, or this is just like a beginning of a story idea, like because everything is, here's stock character thing, blah 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 blah, but like, yeah, what if you started off a movie with two brothers wanting to set up a hot dog stand, but only having the money to set up 1.5 hot dog stands, right? And they're being like, hey, if we get a fake ID, why don't we just pretend to be each other and just run our own hot dog stands or whatever? And maybe they can have nicknames, Mike and Pike. And Pike just uses his brother's ID to run his hot dog stand. So a girl he's dating like thinks he's this legal name, but he's only just that legal name, and he like tells her about it halfway through the movie, and then it's like super awkward because she's a cop or she's trained to be a cop, and she's like blah 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 blah, and then there's like, and he's like just operating the hot dog stand until they can build up enough money to buy him the second license. Right. But then if you have like I haven't really figured out the drama here other than you gotta hide from the cops. So maybe the girl isn't the cop. Well, yeah. So the girl has to lie to a cop, and she's like super nervous about it. And it's just two guys who were operating a hot dog stand. It's not that significant. But then she's like, well, I'm going to college. If they find out I lied, that could be grounds for expulsion. And she's like super paranoid. And the dude's like, dude, you're going to college in New York, in a rich college. You're a hot blonde chick. It's highly unlikely that you're going to suck for any significant consequences, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, what does that mean? And then they go into this whole narrative about how a guy's buddy got falsely accused of rape. And even though some school had a bajillion fucking pieces of evidence proving that the chick who accused him of rape was lying, the school let him, just kicked him out, and the guy can't really afford the lawsuit. And there's this whole thing about that and relationship drama. Yeah, an original concept, Hollywood. Make that. I'd watch that.